Hello everyone, my name is Ruben Arundel and this is Dotted Diary, where we spill the tea on personal finance, self-development and more. So firstly, before I get started with the topic of the day, I want to thank everyone that's watching this video and that also watched my previous videos, because this is my 10th video. And while I know it's not such a big accomplishment, to me it is, because I technically proved to myself that I can keep consistent with what I want to do, even though it's difficult at times because I got to work and I have many other things going on in my life, but I'm still keeping consistent and I managed to post videos on a consistent basis. So I'm very proud of myself, and I would like to keep presenting you guys with good content that can be very influential and help you guys move along in your career and your journey in investing and other stuff that is also pertaining to personal finance and self-development. So let's get to the topic of the day. I for one believe that investing for beginners shouldn't be rocket science. I still use my same approach as when I just started in terms of process and functionality. There are two words that come to mind when I think about investing. Firstly is consistency and automation. As an investor, especially a beginner, I think there are a few things that you should assess firstly, because these things will determine the most suitable starting point for you. Firstly, I will explain you what I consider to be a beginner in investing. A beginner, in my opinion, is someone that does not have the basic knowledge and principles of investing. Furthermore, is someone that doesn't know where to start but just want to get started. This person is probably at the beginning of their career and is finally earning enough money to invest a portion of that income. You don't have to specifically fit this persona exactly, but I hope that you see some of the elements that resonate with you and your situation. And in all actuality, even if you earn a significant income and you want to start investing consistently, you can do that also. There are many people that earn a lot of money and are also late with the investing process and it's now starting, and they want to gain knowledge and they want to know where is the best place to start as a beginner. Who knows, that might be you also. As I mentioned earlier, there are a few things that you should assess firstly, because it's important for you to know what type of investor you want to be, because this would also determine your strategy. The first thing that everyone should do is try to understand why do they want to invest, and I'm hoping to God that it's not because they see everyone else doing it. That's not deep enough. A good reason is, for example, that you want to buy a house or you want to save money for your kids' future, and in my case, for example, that I want to invest for retirement. Those are good reasons. Then when you understand your reason for investing, the next step is to understand what is your risk tolerance. Some people are willing to take more risk than others. Other people are more conservative. Then you have to decide if you want to have an active role in investing or a passive role in investing. An example of having an active role in investing is, for example, if you have a real estate property. That's an investment in which you have to deal with tenants, you have to deal with repairs, then you're active within the investment. But a passive role in investment is, for example, that you have stocks, right? So you invest the money and then the money grows and snowballs over time, and you don't have to really worry about it too much because it's doing its thing. As a beginner, I'm assuming that you don't have the knowledge on investing and how you should do research. So until you reach to that point, I would definitely advise you to invest in something that is low risk and that is passive. And the best way to reduce risk is to invest in an investment that is diversified. There is a type of investment that is, 1, accessible to people of all income levels, 2, it's passive, and 3, it's diversified as thin as a feather. I know this might sound unrealistic, but yes, there is something that has all the aspects that I mentioned earlier, and that is an index fund. An index fund is a basket consisting of many different companies. So you can imagine when you invest in an index fund, you have pieces of different companies, which means that if one company fluctuates a bit, that doesn't have such a major effect on the whole basket of different companies that you're investing in. So it keeps it very diversified. One of the most known index funds is the S&P 500. I won't be going into much details about index funds because there are many videos on YouTube explaining you about index funds and also why they are so good. Some of the world's best investors even recommend index funds. No one could have said it better than Warren Buffett.
The best single thing you could have done on March 11th, 1942, when I bought my first stock, was just buy an index fund.
I know it's not as exciting as waiting on the next trending stock to drop, but trust me, investing doesn't have to be risky. Slow and steady wins the race. If I would start back all over again, this is what I would do. I would open an account at the brokerage of my choosing. I would invest an amount monthly. I will make sure it's an amount that I won't miss, so it won't have a drastic effect on my financial situation. And I would make sure that this amount is withdrawn automatically from my bank account and goes straight to my brokerage account to be invested. All of that money I would invest directly into the S&P 500 because it's proven to be a good investment. While this is happening automatically, I will be getting myself educated on the best way to assess stocks on their value, future potential growth, and also their sensitivity to the market, stuff of that nature. And once I'm confident and feel that I have enough knowledge to explore and understand different types of stocks, then I will start allocating a little bit of that money to stocks and different stuff that I want to try out in terms of stocks and companies that I'm interested in. But still, the majority of that money will be going into the S&P 500, regardless of my experimentation with different stocks. And one thing that people have to remember is that investing takes time. It does not happen in a day. If you're looking for a quick way to get rich, this is not the way. It's about consistency and letting your money grow over time. So for me, I'm investing until retirement. So I'm just letting my money compound. I don't have no rush. While stocks are my basis, I have this totally automated, so it just comes from my account straight to my investment portfolio. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to put much energy into it. All I do is check up on it once in every few months, and that's about it. So for the rest, I'm just focused on ways that I can increase my income so that I can increase my investment rate. And I'm doing this by getting really good at what I do in the finance, because I do believe that when you got the expertise, you can require more from a company that you work at. Keep in mind, the stuff that I'm talking about is not any new knowledge. It's been around for ages. And I know you may think, if it's so easy, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, I guess it's because it's not as exciting as a new stock hitting the market that is expected to triple in value over time. As a beginner, it's important for you to get used to the art of patience and commitment. So while you invest in something secured, as a plus, you get used to being consistent. So this is the end of this video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope I managed to provide you guys with some valuable knowledge today. And for those of you who are going to start investing, I hope I managed to push you over the edge to jump in. I know it might seem scary right now, but the more knowledge that you gain, the more you grow over time. Trust me, you will start to fall in love with your journey, and eventually you will reach your goal. So push forward, guys, chase your dreams, and I will see you next time.